Have you ever had that feeling of being sidelined by someone who means a lot in your life? It's like they ignore your emotions and feelings, treating you as if you weren't important. They never seem to put you first, no matter how much care and dedication you offer. But imagine if there was a way to turn the tables, to make them feel an uncontrollable urge to value you and put you in the spotlight. In this video, we will share 10 key tips to transform you into someone others want to keep around. Each tip we discuss is vital, and we suggest you watch until the end to understand why each is an essential piece to improving your relationship dynamics. So let's get started. It's worth remembering that communication is a powerful bridge that connects us to others. Sometimes, small misunderstandings can create great chasms between us and those we love. Therefore, it's important to always be willing to listen and express yourself clearly and honestly. And let's not forget the value of empathy, which allows us to feel what the other feels and thus strengthen our bonds. Rule 1. Become enigmatic. The charm of the unknown is irresistible, and in this mystery lies your strength. As the wise Seneca said, to be everywhere is to be nowhere. Let this maxim be your guide. Be present, but maintain a touch of secrecy, like a book with hidden chapters, inviting others to flip through your pages with growing curiosity. In conversations, don't reveal everything at once. Instead, share your story thoughtfully and carefully, allowing others to weave their interest and curiosity into the blank spaces. This approach makes you an enigma, a puzzle to be unraveled, which stimulates their anticipation, drawing them deeper into the maze that is your character. Think of the remarkable historical figure Cleopatra. Her allure was not only in her beauty or power, but in the mystery she cultivated around her. She was a ruler shrouded in secrets, with often hidden intentions and thoughts, making her an eternally fascinating figure in history. Let your actions and words be unpredictable, like a river winding through unknown lands. This unpredictability attracts others, seducing them in the quest to understand the depths of your being. By not immediately exposing your entire life, you invite them to explore, discover, and partake in your journey. Your life is not an open book for all to read, but a series of chapters that gradually reveal a bit more of the complex and intriguing person you are. By maintaining this air of mystery, you become an irresistible presence, leaving others wanting to know a little more. Moreover, consider the beauty of an unfinished work of art, where each brushstroke hides an unknown meaning. It's not about hiding who you are, but allowing each interaction to be a new discovery. Mystery, after all, is a dance between the known and the unknown, where each step holds a new surprise. So embrace this dance and watch how it transforms the relationships around you. Rule 2. Cultivate the fear of losing you. The common tendency among people is not to value what is always within reach. But this perception changes completely when there is a risk of losing something. Imagine yourself as a unique and indispensable presence in others' lives, someone whose absence would create a great void. You are not just another option, you are essential. This is achieved by embodying the essence of independence and self-sufficiency. Your life is a fascinating, complete, and satisfying journey on its own, regardless of others' presence. It's this confidence and autonomy that makes people want to be part of your life, not as an acquired right, but as a special privilege. This concept echoes Stoic philosophy. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You have power over your mind, not over outside events. Understand this, and you will find strength." Your strength lies in your self-sufficiency and the unique adventure that is your life. People will soon realize that you are not just someone seeking attention, but a powerful presence in their lives. They will start striving to keep you close. You are not here to beg for scraps of affection or attention. You are here to be sought after. It should be them fighting for your attention. Thus, quietly cultivate the fear of losing you, allowing people to actively seek to be part of your world, recognizing you as a precious asset. You are not simply a participant in the game of life. You are a fundamental piece they cannot afford to lose. Have you ever thought that recognizing your worth and having the courage to walk away from a relationship that doesn't respect you is one of the most powerful acts of self-care? It's crucial to set clear boundaries about how you want to be treated and having the courage to move on when these standards are not met reinforces your commitment to self-respect. In the spirit of Stoicism, as Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not over external events. Therefore, comment, I value my well-being above all. Leave this comment and I'll give it a heart, confirming that you are on the right path to a fuller and more meaningful life. Now that you've commented, let's continue. Rule 3. Build your own happiness. This idea highlights the belief that true happiness is born from within. It's about embracing self-confidence, satisfaction, and independence, traits that naturally make you more attractive. Instead of relying on others for your joy, you cultivate your own sense of fulfillment. This independence and self-assurance bring an undeniable magnetism, making you more appealing to those around you. People who exude confidence and positivity are naturally charming. By finding happiness within yourself, you become a source of hope and inspiration for others. By building your own happiness, you convey a clear message. You are not looking for someone to complete you. You are a complete and satisfied person on your own. This approach is attractive because it doesn't place the burden of your happiness on others. The goal is not to find joy in another person, but to share the joy you already possess, thereby enriching the lives of those around you. Your presence becomes captivating, radiating the light of positivity and confidence that inevitably attracts others. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "True happiness consists in enjoying the present without anxious dependence on the future." This quote sums up the essence of creating your own happiness. Think of Theodore Roosevelt, who, despite facing great personal challenges, including the loss of his wife and mother on the same day, personified the idea of creating his own happiness and lived with enthusiasm, engaging in activities like boxing, exploring the Badlands, and dedicating himself to public service. His vibrant personality and zest for life did not come from external validation or circumstances, but from a deep internal source of resilience and joy. Roosevelt's contagious enthusiasm and self-sufficiency not only defined his personal life, but also made him a charismatic and beloved leader. His ability to find joy and purpose within himself, regardless of external challenges, made him an admirable figure in history, illustrating the power of the happiness we create for ourselves. And so, as we become masters of our own happiness, we find true freedom, one that is not subject to the winds of circumstance, but firmly rooted in the strength of our spirit. Rule 4. Be valuable and allow others to invest in you. Understand that you are a rare find, a treasure that others should desire to have. Your value lies not just in being present, but in being a significant and intentional part of someone's life. Remember that what is easily obtained is often little valued. True appreciation arises from effort and commitment. As people invest time, emotions, and energy into your life, the bond with you strengthens, transforming you from a fleeting interest into a truly cherished presence. Your role is not to desperately seek attention or love, but to demonstrate that you are a significant and enriching addition to their lives, worthy of sincere pursuit. Give them the opportunity to invest in you, making your presence a valuable aspect of their lives they wouldn't want to give up. Reflecting on the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." We see the essence of your value, which lies not just in being, but in being sought after and valued. Consider the story of Alexander the Great and his mentor Aristotle. Aristotle, a philosopher of great wisdom and knowledge, was not just any tutor in the young prince's life. He was a beacon of knowledge and strategy, essential for governing an empire. Alexander, known for his ambition and intellect, recognized the value of Aristotle's teachings and invested considerable effort in learning from him. This was not an ordinary teacher-student relationship, but a bond where the student saw the teacher as a crucial asset, a treasure of wisdom that required sincere pursuit and respect. Aristotle's approach to educating Alexander was not easily accessible, but a challenging journey towards wisdom, making his teachings a valuable aspect of Alexander's eventual greatness in his reign. Rule 5. Do not make them the center of your life. It is crucial to remember that your life should not revolve entirely around another person. Imagine yourself as a solitary and luminous star, shining in the night, fueled by your own light and vitality. You have your own path, independent of anyone else's orbit. It is important not to let your world focus solely on another person, turning them into the center of your existence. You have your own dreams, ambitions, and a unique identity. This mindset creates an enigmatic magnetism, keeping them curious about the nuances of your life and what drives you. Your autonomous spirit and adventurous attitude add an attractive dimension to the relationship. It's about complementing each other's lives while maintaining your uniqueness, without placing them at the epicenter of your existence. Your charm and appeal increase when you live a life beyond unnecessary relationships. Establishing boundaries allows you to continue to grow, bringing excitement and a refreshing sense of freedom to your connection. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and emperor, once said, "He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe." This quote aligns deeply with the principle of maintaining your independence in relationships. Think of the historical figure Sir Isaac Newton, a brilliant scientist whose contributions transformed our understanding of the universe. Despite his groundbreaking work and the intense demands placed on him, Newton maintained a rich personal life, full of varied interests, friendships, and his own goals. His ability to balance his professional achievements with a solid personal identity not only made him a remarkable scientist, but also a complete individual, admired not only for his intellect, but also for his independence and personal depth. This balance between personal independence and professional dedication presents a powerful example of how preserving individuality can lead to a more fulfilling and balanced life. The journey of self-discovery and cultivating a full and radiant self is essential for living authentically and inspiringly. Rule 6. Prioritize your own needs. This rule highlights the importance of putting your own priorities and well-being ahead in any relationship. It is essential to assert your value and avoid situations where you are not treated with the respect you deserve. You have a deep awareness of your worth and refuse to accept less. Your happiness and self-esteem should not be compromised by someone who doesn't treat you with the care and respect required. By putting your own needs and happiness first, you are sending a clear message. You will not allow anyone to belittle your feelings or diminish your self-esteem. You are an equal, where your emotions and needs are of utmost importance. Remember, you are not here to be ignored or seek approval from others. Your goal is to cultivate healthy and respectful relationships based on self-respect. Standing up for your interests makes you more attractive and influential in anyone's life. In essence, this rule is a reminder that your well-being and self-respect are supreme and should always come first. It's about making your personal aspirations and interests a top priority. Quoting Stoic philosophy, as Marcus Aurelius said, "It is not events that disturb people, but their judgments about them." This quote resonates with Rule 6, emphasizing the importance of how you perceive and react to situations and relationships. Reflecting on Rule 6, the life of Roman general and statesman Lucius Quintius Cincinnatus serves as an eloquent example. Cincinnatus, celebrated for his military and political acumen, was equally renowned for his steadfast adherence to his personal principles. Despite the allure of political power and the persuasions of allies, he consistently prioritized his values and integrity. When not needed, he chose the simplicity of his farm over the charms of power, distancing himself from those who did not respect his principles. His story exemplifies the importance of prioritizing one's needs and values, a testament to the inherent strength in self-respect and prioritizing personal well-being in all facets of life. Rule 7. Do not always be available. What is rare is more valuable. Jewels are not found on every corner. Similarly, your availability should not be limitless. Recognize the value of your time. It is a resource not to be freely offered at others' disposal. Prioritize the narrative of your own life. Imagine a life where you are not constantly waiting, where your existence is not anchored in others' expectations. You have your own universe to explore, and those who enter it have that privilege. Balance is key. Avoid being always available, waiting for messages, or attending to every need. Show that your time and attention are valuable. People are naturally attracted to those who have their own passions and commitments. When you are not simply waiting aimlessly, you spark their interest. They begin to reflect on their commitments, cultivating a sense of desire. Continuous availability suggests they can access you at any time. But you are not just anyone, you are an investment. It's not about playing games, but showing that you have a vibrant life, with or without their presence. By not always being available, they learn to value the time they share with you. So resist the temptation to always be available. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. This underscores the importance of valuing your own time and perception over the fear of missing opportunities or being available to others. Consider the story of Ada Lovelace, a woman of profound intelligence and creativity. Ada, a mathematician and writer, is celebrated as one of the first computer programmers. Despite living in a time when women's roles were narrowly defined, Ada did not conform to societal expectations of being constantly available or subordinate to anything. Instead, she immersed herself in her work, exploring complex mathematical theories and collaborating with notable contemporaries like Charles Babbage. Her focus on her own interests and her refusal to be perpetually accessible added to her mystique and allure. Ada's story is a testament to the power of maintaining one's individuality and the magnetic attraction that can generate. Her life was not reactive, waiting for others, but rather, she forged her own path, captivating those around her with the strength of her passion and intellect. Thus, by embracing the value of your time and presence, you establish a standard of respect and recognition in your relationships. Rule 8. Finish what you start. The essence of this rule is in maintaining balance when initiating communication in any relationship. It's about understanding that starting conversations all the time may not always be the most advantageous. It is important to allow the other person to take the initiative from time to time. This approach not only demonstrates that your life is filled with other interests and activities, but also serves as an indicator of their interest in you. Constantly initiating contact could, unintentionally, send the message that you are always available or perhaps too eager. This is not about playing games, but about cultivating a sense of mutual respect and effort in the relationship. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is not to be like the one who committed the injustice." In the context of communication, this means not reflecting behaviors that could lead to imbalance or the feeling of being taken for granted. It's about maintaining your dignity and self-respect without embarking on an incessant quest for attention or validation. Consider the example of a careful gardener. He doesn't plant seeds in fertile soil only to let them wither in the sun, but continues to nurture and care for them until they bloom. Similarly, when initiating a conversation, it is important to give time and space for it to grow naturally, allowing the other person to also contribute and show interest. Rule 9. Maintain emotional balance. The art of balancing emotions is fundamental to becoming a priority in someone's life, emphasizing the importance of not letting your emotions dominate the dynamics of a relationship. This ensures that your needs are not only heard, but also respected. It's about finding the right balance between sharing your feelings and maintaining a composed demeanor. While emotions are an essential part of who we are, expressing them excessively can sometimes obscure our true value. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, the best remedy for anger is delay. This quote encapsulates the essence of Rule 9, exercising patience and control over our emotional responses. Finding this balance is crucial for your presence in any relationship to be valued and for you to maintain your dignity and self-respect without being overpowered by fleeting emotions that can negatively impact your interactions and mutual respect within a relationship. Think of the serenity of a lake at dawn. Its calm surface reflects the sky above, but underneath there are subtle currents. In the same way, emotional balance allows you to be a stable and reliable presence, even when the currents of feelings are in motion. By practicing this balance, you create an environment where relationships can grow healthily and respectfully, and where you are recognized as a person of genuine value. Rule 10. Be prepared to walk away. True strength lies in recognizing your own worth and not being afraid to distance yourself from a relationship that doesn't respect that. The essence of this rule is understanding the importance of setting clear boundaries and expectations about how you want to be treated. When these standards are not consistently met, it is crucial to have the courage to move on, even if emotional ties exist. This act is not a demonstration of insensitivity, but an essential step for self-care. It represents your commitment to self-respect and refusal to compromise your well-being for someone who doesn't appreciate your worth. By showing your willingness to walk away, you send a powerful message to the other person, highlighting the seriousness of the situation. This awareness can lead them to realize the importance of valuing and prioritizing you if they wish to continue having your presence in their lives. Your goal is not to cling desperately to relationships that do not contribute to your joy and self-esteem, but to cultivate connections that are healthy and based on mutual respect. Sometimes, true strength lies in knowing when it's time to let go. In the spirit of Stoicism, as Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not over outside events. Recognize this, and you will find strength." This quote encapsulates the essence of Rule 10, understanding that your inner strength and self-respect are under your control, even when external relationships are not. Consider the story of Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor known for his philosophical wisdom and leadership. Despite his immense power and influence, he often found himself in complex political alliances that did not align with his principles. In these moments, he chose to distance himself from these alliances, showing that even in positions of great power and attachment, one must be willing to walk away from situations or relationships that compromise one's integrity and worth. His choice reflects the essence of this rule, the importance of prioritizing personal values and self-respect over staying in relationships or situations that do not acknowledge our value. By incorporating this rule, you demonstrate that you are committed to maintaining well-being and self-respect above all else. This not only reinforces your self-esteem, but also sets a clear standard for future relationships. Such a stance is a testament to your inner strength and your ability to define what truly matters in your life. And as we reflect on these ideas, let's remember that every step we take towards self-care and personal valuing is a step towards a fuller and more meaningful life. May we always seek what enriches and makes us grow. We've reached the end of the video, and if you watched until here, congratulations. Your interest in self-improvement is admirable, and I'm here to encourage you to continue on this journey of personal growth. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, don't waste any more time. Click on the subscription button now and join us on this path towards success and financial freedom. And don't forget to leave that like and comment until the end, proving to be a persistent and dedicated person in pursuit of your goals. I'll be keeping an eye on the comments, and I'll leave a heart as recognition for your commitment. On the screen, there are 2 video recommendations full of valuable insights for you to choose and watch now. I hope to see you in one of them. Until next time.